Hello everyone, welcome back to another gripping episode of Cannibal Killers. Today, we're going down a dark, twisted path to explore the life, mind, and chilling crimes of one of the most horrifying serial killers in history, Andrei Chikatilo, also known as the Butcher of Rostov. Buckle up, because this story is not for the faint of heart. If you're ready to dive deep into the disturbing world of Andrei Chikatilo, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more true crime content that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Now let's get into it. Andrei Romanovich Chikatilo was born on October 16, 1936, in the village of Yabluchne, Ukraine, part of the former Soviet Union. His early life was marred by the severe hardships and traumas of living under Stalin's rule and the devastation of World War II. Famine was rampant, and Chikatilo's childhood was overshadowed by starvation, fear, and tales of cannibalism among desperate villagers. It is said that his mother repeatedly told him of how his older brother, Stepan, had been kidnapped and eaten by starving neighbors. While there is no hard evidence of this event, the mere terror instilled in young Chikatilo's mind laid the foundation for his twisted psyche. But how did an innocent boy become a bloodthirsty murderer and cannibal? Throughout his early years, Chikatilo struggled with chronic impotence and severe shyness, further isolating him from his peers. Despite his academic success, he was an outstanding student. He couldn't overcome his social awkwardness and deep-seated sense of inadequacy. This isolation bred resentment and a need for control, which would later manifest in the most horrific ways. Chikatilo first exhibited violent tendencies in his early 20s. While serving in the Soviet Army, he began to struggle with intense sexual frustrations that escalated into acts of cruelty and sadistic fantasies. However, it wasn't until 1978 that Chikatilo committed his first documented murder. On December 22, 1978, Chikatilo lured 9-year-old Yelena Zakotnova to an empty house where he attempted to rape her, but failed due to his impotence. Enraged and desperate, he instead stabbed her repeatedly, achieving orgasm during the brutal act. Her body was later found in a nearby river. Though initially arrested for this crime, Chikatilo was released due to lack of evidence. His relieved confidence emboldened him, setting off a spree of killings that would span over a decade and claim the lives of at least 52 victims. Chikatilo's victims were often street children, young girls, and women whom he would lure with promises of candy, money, or jobs. He operated in the rural areas of Rostov Oblast, which is why he eventually earned the gruesome nickname, the Butcher of Rostov. His method of killing was particularly sadistic. He would stab, mutilate, and often cannibalize his victims, typically consuming parts of their sexual organs. His motive went beyond simple murder. It was a deeply ingrained need to assert dominance and control, driven by intense sexual frustration and an overwhelming sense of inadequacy. But how did Chikatilo manage to evade capture for so long? The Soviet Union's reluctance to admit the existence of a serial killer within its borders created a perfect storm of bureaucratic inefficiency and investigative blunders. Moreover, the lack of a centralized database and modern forensic techniques made tracking such a cunning predator incredibly difficult. The turning point came in 1990, when a fresh wave of murders prompted a massive police operation. Undercover officers began patrolling train stations and bus stops, and a profile of the killer was created, suggesting he was an educated man who frequented transport hubs, a description that fit Chikatilo perfectly. On November 20th, 1990, Andrei Chikatilo was finally apprehended near a train station in the small town of Novocherkassk. after behaving suspiciously around a group of young children. At first, he vehemently denied any involvement in the murders, but after intensive interrogation and mounting evidence, including blood samples that matched semen found on the victims, Chikatilo confessed. His confession was a chilling, detailed account of his crimes, providing insights into his deranged mind. He expressed no remorse, describing his killings as a means to alleviate his internal torment. Chikatilo was charged with 53 murders, although he later confessed to 56. His trial began in April 1992 and was marked by chaos, with Chikatilo often acting erratically and making bizarre statements. Despite his attempts to appear insane, he was found guilty of 52 counts of murder and sentenced to death. On February 14, 1994, Andrei Chikatilo was executed by a single gunshot to the back of the head. But why should we care about the story of Andrei Chikatilo today? The horrors committed by Chikatilo are a stark reminder of the darkest capabilities of the human mind. His tale underscores the importance of addressing psychological and social issues before they spiral into catastrophic consequences. Furthermore, Chikatilo's crimes led to significant changes in how forensic evidence and psychological profiling are used in criminal investigations, both in Russia and worldwide. Understanding the conditions that lead individuals down such a gruesome path is crucial for prevention and justice. Andrei Chikatilo's story is not just a tale of horror, but a sobering reflection on the complexities of human nature, the impact of societal failures, and the relentless pursuit of justice. If this story captivated you, and you want to learn more about the darkest corners of human nature, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any future episodes. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the macabre. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.